Good afternoon. We thank you for watching News Channel 9 at 5. An Ottawa family lives through an incredible ordeal.
Friday's tornado gave the family little time to find shelter, but when they did find a place to hide, it only led to more danger. News Channel 9's Karen Zaklak is streaming live from Ottawa with more on their ordeal. Karen.
Well, Kim and Calvin, the Schultz were only able to make it here inside this trailer, but when the winds came through, it picked it up and dropped it back down, literally forcing Jim through this hole in the metal wall, leaving him trapped and terrified. Thin metal walls filled with piles of lumber was the closest shelter Jim Schultz could find for his family.
They all three got in there, but the tornado picked that trailer up.
The tornado tossed the trailer upside down with a painful power.
All that lumber fell on top of Joyce and Kay. Jim went through the side of the trailer. He literally was propelled through the metal wall.
Shards of metal cut his femoral artery and fractured 10 ribs. He used his own shirt as a tourniquet, fearing death, barely able to see his wife and stepdaughter.
All Jim could see of Joyce was her feet, but he could hear Kay crying and hear her expressing how scared she was. And Jim had the thought for them to sing hymns and pray.
They were trapped here singing and praying for an hour and a half until EMS was finally able to reach them. Jim had several medical conditions before the storm, and EMS worked quickly to get him to safety, using his own tractor to carry him to the ambulance. Jim's sister tells us his wife Joyce was also struggling before the storm, battling stage 4 ovarian cancer.
That family is suffering so much as it was, dealing with Joyce's cancer diagnosis and treatment, and then to have this catastrophe happen.
Jim is still in and out of surgery, but his wife and stepdaughter have been released with plenty of bumps and bruises. On their property, sheets of metal are still stuck in the trees, their home cut in half, the trailers for their trucking business destroyed, but their faith intact.
Their faith is still there. Their determination to get over this, recover from this, is still there.
Now, Joyce had several bruises on her face. Kay had to have 7 staples in her head. As for Jim, he has many more days of surgery ahead. Streaming live in Ottawa, Karen Zaklak, News Channel 9. Now back to you.
Okay, thanks, Karen.